Hello students, good morning. Now today we are going to learn the new topic of this text, that is the luncheon 4.2, the luncheon. But before going to turn towards the actual lesson, as usual we must have to go through the pre-reading activity that is given here in the form of warming up questions. Now first question, talk with your partner and discuss the following questions. We must have to talk with our colleague or our friend, and we have to discuss the given questions. First question, have you ever been invited to lunch at any hotel by your friend? Yes or no? Yes, my friend has invited me in a Center Point hotel on 3rd May, 4th May, as it was his or her birthday. In this way we have give such type of answers. Second one, what was the occasion? It was my friend's birthday. It was my friend's birthday, and on the occasion of birthday there was a party and he invited me on that occasion. Okay. Did you enjoy the lunch? Why? Yes, I enjoyed it because it was a delicious food. Yes, I enjoyed it because there was a delicious food also. We enjoyed it a lot. Now second question, discuss in pairs. Discuss in pairs. People with foibles are often not conscious of them. Do you agree or disagree? Why? People with foibles are often conscious of them. Are you agree or disagree with them? Yes, I'm agree with that. People with foibles are often unconscious of them, not conscious of them. They are irresponsible regarding that. Third question, as you know, every country has its own currency. Find out the currency at least six countries along with their current exchange rate in India with the help of internet. One is done for you. For example, Switzerland, that is franc. One franc is equal to 66.73 Indian rupees. You also have to find out with the help of internet the what every country has its own currency. As we have, you have to find out the currency of at least six countries, and also you have to find out the current exchange rate in India with the help of only internet. Okay, now we are going to turn towards the lesson, but before going to turn towards the actual lesson, we must know about the author. The Luncheon, written by William Somerset Maugham, 1874 to 1965, was a distinguished British playwright, novelist, and short story writer. One of the famous British playwright, one of the famous novelist, short story writer was William Somerset Maugham. He was among the most popular writers of his era and reputedly the highest paid author during the 1930s. He was one of the famous playwright, as we have seen that he was among the most popular writers and writers of his period or his era, and he was also reputedly the highest paid author during 1930s. His work is characterized by a clear, unadorned style, cosmopolitan settings, and a shrewd understanding of human nature. A most delightfully humorous narrative. The Luncheon is a slice of life story about Maugham's luncheon date proposed to him by a woman who hopes is a supporter of his art. Here through this lesson, the Luncheon, a most delightfully humorous narrative. That is a luncheon. The luncheon is a slice of life story about Maugham's luncheon. Actually, it was all the story is all about the writer's luncheon date proposed to him by one of the women who hopes is a supporter of his art. Okay, now we are going to turn towards the actual lesson. I caught sight of her at the play, and in answer to her call, actually when I met her, I caught sight of her at the play. During the play, I met her, and I also give answer to her call. I went over during the interval and sat down beside her. Actually, here the narrator, he went to play, he went to watching a play. At the same time, what happened, he caught sight of her, he caught sight of that her friend, his friend, and he also replied to his call. After that, what happened during the interval, at the same time he sat down beside her. It was long since I had last seen her, and if someone had not mentioned her name, I hardly think I would have recognized her. Actually, both of them they haven't met after a long time. They have met now here, and at last, what happened? It was long since they had last seen her, or he had last seen her, the narrator had last seen her. And if someone had not mentioned her name, he also, he hardly think, that narrator hardly think that he would have recognized her. She addressed me brightly. Now she addressed him, she called him brightly, she called him clearly, she recognized him well. At the same time, when they both met together, well, it's many years since we first met. Actually, it was many years. After many years, they both met. How time does fly. We are none of us getting any younger. Now, according to them, according to the narrator, he want to tell us that how time does fly. How time does fly. जे वेळ ही खूप वेगात निघून गेली होती असं त्या रायटरला म्हणायचं आहे. वी आर नन ऑफ अस गेटिंग एनी यंगर. इट मीन्स दॅट वी आर ओल्डर नाव. वी आर older now, we are not younger. Do you remember the first time I saw you? You asked me to lunch on. At the same time, he asks, do you remember the first time I saw you? He asks her, the narrator asks her that, did you remember it? That first time I asked you regarding the lunch on? Did I remember? He again asks himself, did I remember that day, or that day when I first time I have seen you, first time I have asked you regarding the lunch on? It was 20 years ago, and I was living in Paris at the same time. When it was near about 20 years ago, and at the same time he was living in Paris when the time occurred. Actually, when the incident was occurred, when the incident happened 20 years before, and at the same time the narrator was living in Paris. I had a tiny apartment, and I was earning barely enough money. He had a small apartment at the same time when he was living in Paris. It was 20 years before the time when it was 20 years before one of the incident was occurred. At the same time he was living in Paris, and he had just a small apartment, and he was earning just enough money. She had read a book of mine and had written to me about it. At the same time, she had read, his friend, narrator's friend had read a book of his, as well as she had written to him about it, about that book. I answered thanking her, and presently I received from her another letter saying she was passing through Paris and would like to have a chat with me. At the same time, I answered her when he thanked me, when she read my book. At the same time, when she expressed thankfulness to me. At the same time, what happened, I answered also thanking her, and presently what happened, again I received from her letter, another letter, which tells us that she was passing through Paris and would like to meet me. She wants to meet me, so she wants to chat with me, but her time was limited, and the only free moment she had was on the following Thursday, and I gave her a little luncheon at Foyt's afterwards. Foyt, actually Foyt is one of the restaurant which is also given here. Foyt referred to a restaurant. Here, actually, she wants to meet her. She wants to meet him. She wants to meet the narrator, and she wants to chat with him. But her time was limited. She has a limited time. She has limited time now, and when she got her free moment of free time, she had was on the following Thursday. She had a free time on following Thursday, and she he would I give her little luncheon at Foyt's afterwards. He thought that. Now the narrator thought that I would like to give her luncheon on Thursday when she got a free time. At the same time, Foyt is a restaurant. It is also mentioned here. What is mean by Foyt here? Foyt. The word Foyt. Foyt is a restaurant, and it was so far beyond my means. What is mean by far beyond my means? What? Not affordable. It was expensive one. It is a restaurant. It is an expensive, and it was not what we say, not affordable. It was not affordable. It means beyond my means. It is called here beyond my means. It means that it is not affordable one. For it is an restaurant, and it was so far beyond my means that I had never been even thought of going there. Actually, he hadn't thought before that regarding the Foyt restaurants, as it is so much expensive. It is too much expensive, and it is not affordable to him. That he has enough money, and it is not affordable to him, it is expensive one, so he hadn't um thought regarding that, regarding the Foyer's restaurant. After that, what happened, I had never even thought of going there. I had 80 francs, gold francs, to last me the rest of the month, and a modest luncheon should not cost more than 15. Actually, he had only 80 francs. Franc is the currency of France, as we have seen that franc is the currency of France, and he had only 80 francs. And again, he thought that it will last him the rest of month. It will be last him the rest of month. And he had to spend a month in that amount, and a modest lunch on should not cost more than 15. Again, he thought that if I go there, where in the Foyt restaurant, there we must have to take a modest lunch on, and he thought that modest lunch on should not cost more than 15 francs. If I cut out coffee for the next 2 weeks, I could manage well enough. Again, he thought himself that if I cut out coffee for the next month, if I haven't take coffee for the next 2 weeks, definitely I could manage well enough. He thought that I have no, now only 80 francs, but and if I cut out coffee for the next 2 weeks, definitely I could manage well enough. It means that if I haven't take, or if I haven't drink coffee for next 2 weeks, definitely I could manage that or well enough. I answered that I would meet my friend at Foyt's on Thursday at 12:30. Now he answered that, he replied that definitely I'm going to meet you at Foyt. Where? At Foyt. What, when? On Thursday. Why you was going to meet on Thursday? As she had a free time. She had a free time only on Thursday, and now he wants to meet her at Foyt's on Thursday. When? At 12:30. The time is also given here. When? 12:30. Where? At Foyt's. When? Thursday at 12:30. Thursday at 12:30. Now she was in appearance imposing rather than attractive. Imposing means what here? Grand or impressive. Grand or impressive. That is called here imposing. She was in appearance, she was in look imposing rather than attractive, and she gave me the impression of having more teeth, white and large, and even they were necessary for any practical purpose. Now, in appearance, how she was? She was in appearance grand or impressive rather than attractive. Also, she has showed me the impression of having more teeth, white as well as large, and even they were necessary for any practical purpose. She was talkative, but since she seemed to want to talk about me, I was prepared to be an attentive listener. As I know that here the narrator, he knew that how she was, how her nature was. She was very much talkative. How she was? She was very much talkative. So the narrator, when he met her at the same time, she seemed to want to talk about me. She looked to talk about me. At the same time, I was prepared to be an attentive listener. Here the narrator has prepared himself that he should be an what we say that an attentive listener. An attentive listener. I was startled when the menu was brought, for the price were a great deal higher than I had thought. But she reassured me. Here, when the menu got brought by the waiter of that Foyt's, by that restaurant, by the waiter of that restaurant, at the same time when I looked at the menu card, I really was startled. How? By looking that menu card. Why? Because the prices were a great deal higher than I had thought. Whatever I had thought regarding the prices, they were really more than whatever I thought. So when I have seen that menu card, at the same time I was startled by looking that, as the prices were very high. But she reassured me. How? That is also given here. I never eat anything for luncheon, she said. How she reassured him, his narrator's friend, she reassured him that by saying that I never eat anything for luncheon. I never eat anything for luncheon. She said that, oh, don't say that. I answered generously. But he kindly answered that, he calmly answered that, oh, don't say that. You must have to eat something. You must have to eat something. He said that I never eat more than one thing. I think people eat for far too much nowadays. A little fish, perhaps. I wonder if they have any salmon here. Actually, at first, what she said that she reassured him by saying that I never eat anything for luncheon. But later he agreed that he answered that he replied that, oh, don't say that. But now she replied that I never eat more than one thing. It means that only one thing she had ate. She is going to eat now. I think people, according to her, according to his friend, that the people eat far too much nowadays. She said that she thought that people nowadays are eating too much. But again, she thought that a little fish, perhaps wonder if they have any salmon. Salmon, a kind of fish. Salmon, a kind of fish here. Now she want what? A little fish like a salmon. Like a salmon. She thought that if anybody, if here salmon is there, please you can order if there is a salmon, if there is any a little fish like a salmon. Well, it was early in the year for salmon and it was not on the menu card, but I asked the waiter if there was any. Actually, there was not on the menu card regarding the salmon fish, but I asked the waiter if there was any. Again, actually, uh, in that year for salmon, it was not on the menu, on that menu card. But again, I asked the waiter regarding what? Regarding if there was any salmon in the hotel or restaurant. Yes, a beautiful salmon had just come in. It was the first they had had. I ordered it for my guest. Here at the same time, on the demanding of after demanding of that salmon fish by his friend, narrator's friend, he ordered that salmon fish. A beautiful salmon had just come in, and it was the first they had had. Actually, he ordered it for his guest. He ordered for her, his friend. The waiter asked her if she would have something while it was being cooked. No, she answered. I never eat more than one thing unless you are a little caviar. I never mind caviar. Again. Again, the waiter replied. Waiter asked her that if she would have something while it was being cooked. That again, what she want. But at the same time, she replied that no. She answered that no, I never eat more than one thing at luncheon. Unless you had a little caviar, I never mind caviar. If you have a little caviar, caviar means what? Here it is given the word caviar, an expensive dish made of eggs of a fish sturgeon. An expensive piece. It is not not an affordable to him, the narrator, but she again wants that caviar, an expensive dish made of eggs of a fish that sturgeon, that is called a caviar. But again she replied that if you have a little caviar, I never mind caviar. I want to eat caviar. I like caviar. Actually, I never eat more than one thing on luncheon. But if you have caviar, definitely I never mind, as I like caviar very much. She replied that. Now, I knew I could not afford caviar, but I could not very well tell her that. Actually, they were very much expensive. Caviar was very an expensive dish made up of eggs of a fish sturgeon, as we have seen that, and it could not affordable to him. But he could not very well tell her that I could not affordable it. For myself, I chose the cheapest dish on the menu, and that was a mutton chop. For myself, here for the narrator, he had chosen a cheapest dish on the menu card, that was mutton chop. Mutton chop was the cheapest dish on the menu card, and he had chosen that cheapest dish. At the same time, what she ordered caviar. At first we have seen that salmon fish she ordered. Before that, again she ordered caviar, and again, but while saying that I never eat more than one thing. Actually, caviar was not affordable to him, but he could not very well tell her that, and himself he had chosen the cheapest dish on the menu card, that was mutton chop. After that, I think you are unwise to eat meat, she said. I don't believe in overloading my stomach by eating caviar after eating what salmon fish. Again, she uh, told her, or again she told tell him that what, that I think you are unwise to eat meat. that we have seen that he had chosen a cheapest dish on the menu card, that was a mutton chop. And after seeing that mutton chop, a dish of mutton chops, he asked him that you are really unwise to eat meat. I don't believe in overloading my stomach. I don't want to overload my stomach. She ate the caviar, she ate the salmon now. Now she had taken all caviar as well as salmon, but again she said that I don't believe in overloading my stomach. Already she had taken the caviar, already she had ate the salmon. Now she talked gaily of art and literature and music. Now there was a discussion between these two person regarding what, regarding, here it is given, uh, art, literature and music. There was a discussion between two regarding art, literature and music. But I wonder what the bill would come to. Here the question, only one question in his mind, that what the bill would come to. And when my mutton chop arrived, she took me quite seriously to task. At the same time, when my mutton chop arrived, at the same time she had taken the seriously. She started to ask me various questions. But I have only one question in my mind, that what the bill would come on, and that he had only 80 francs, as we have seen that he had only 80 francs, and he had to spend nearly about a 1 month in that much amount. Okay, but here, after eating caviar, after eating salmon, she talked gaily up, she talked happily of art, literature and music. But again, he wondered that what the bill would come to. And when my mutton chop arrived, she took me quite seriously to task. After that, I see that you are in the habit of eating a heavy luncheon. I'm sure it is a mistake. Why don't you follow my example and just eat one thing? After that, after when his cheapest dish, that is mutton chop, arrived at the same time, she asked her, she asked him that you are really in the habit of eating a heavy luncheon. You are taking a really a heavy luncheon. You have a habit to take a heavy luncheon. I'm sure it's a mistake. Definitely you are going to make a mistake. Why don't you follow my example and just eat one thing? Actually she had eaten two things. We have seen that, caviar as well as salmon. But again she said him that why don't you follow my example, that I never eat more than one thing on luncheon. So I couldn't possibly eat anything more unless they had some those giant asparagus. Now she also wants to eat what, asparagus also. What, she also wants asparagus, a giant asparagus, a kind of vegetable. I should be very sorry to leave Paris without having some of them. Actually she wants to love, actually she loves very much that those giant asparagus. And again she tell him that I should be sorry to leave Paris. I couldn't leave Paris without having some of the asparagus. She told him that. My heart sank. Now he was very much frightened. Why he was very frightened? That he had only less amount, that is 80 francs, and in that much amount he had to spend nearly about a month. And here she demanded, she ordered all these things. Already she had eaten caviar, already she had taken that salmon. Now she, what she ordered here, asparagus. She wants to take asparagus now. Here by seeing that, his heart sank. She was very much frightened. I had seen them in the shops and I knew that they were horribly expensive. My mouth had often watered at the sight of them. Actually, he had seen, the director had seen the asparagus, that they were very much expensive. At by seeing that, his mouth had often watered at the sight of that asparagus. But they were really expensive. They were terribly expensive. They were horribly expensive. I'm not in the least hungry, my guest sighed. But if you insist, I don't mind having some asparagus. I ordered them. Again, she repeatedly said that I'm not in the least hungry. I'm not hungry. But if you want to insist, if you insist me, definitely I don't mind having some asparagus. I ordered them. After demanding asparagus, he again ordered that those expensive asparagus. Aren't you going to have any? No, I never eat asparagus. Now she asked him, do you want to like asparagus? Do you want to have asparagus? Are you going to have any At same time he answered, he replied that no, I never eat asparagus. I never eat asparagus. Up to here we have seen. Now remaining part we will see afterwards. Okay, thank you.